Hey guys, welcome back to Eudemons Online. Um, right now we've just done a video on moving EPs over, so a lot of players, whoever tuned into that video, thank you for tuning in. Let's move me back into my corner. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. Yeah. So we just did a video about moving EPs. We're actually now in good time. I think SacredField's about to start. So we got 1 minute till SacredField. I thought this video would just be a bit more chill. Feel free to ask me any questions during, and we can talk. Yeah, I expect to just have a more chill video this time around. Let's go into SacredField. It has begun. Let's go to my Lord Panda. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, shakalaka. Oh, look, my character's not attacking. You need to pay attention when your character's not attacking. Cool, let's try and do this. Let's hope that everyone's got one boss. A lot of legions seem to be spawning two. And it causes a disparity. But there we go. Cool. But yeah, this video is going to be a bit more chill. It's going to have a lot less information in it. Unless you guys ask me questions. So feel free to fire away, ask me anything. And yeah, I'm just excited. PKT's coming around the corner. I probably won't be attending Championship. I just don't see the point in it, personally. And it means I can get on with something. So I will be back for PKT time, which is in 2 hours from now. So I'll use the next sort of hour and a half to make lunch. Well, breakfast, really, because I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm trying a new... well, it's not new. I'm just pretty much intermittent fasting. Just because, really. Like, due to Corona, everyone's indoors. Like, I can't leave the house. So this is my space. Like this little small room is where I live at the moment. Like I've got the rest of the house to explore, but in most cases I'm trapped in my room because and it doesn't make sense eating as much because I've realized one, I can't get a good night's sleep in because of it because I'm taking in more energy than I'm burning off. And it was fine, before the whole pandemic because, I was going to the gym, working out, you burn it all off, you're good. But when you're not going to the gym, you're not really going out to work, you're not really leaving the house much, like other than grocery shopping every so often. Yeah, eating too much is bad, man. Like, so I'm trying to avoid breakfast as a whole. So I wake up in the morning, I'll have like a glass of water up until about now it's 12. So when this video finishes, it'll be about 12:30, coming towards 1 p.m. for me, and that's when I'll have breakfast slash lunch. I'll probably eat again, come around sort of 4 o'clock, and then have something later about 7ish. But again, it'll be very small meals. Like I have no interest in eating large meals at the moment. It just doesn't make sense to. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'll use the next hour and a half after this to kind of chill, reset, and come back with full energy to kill everyone in PKT. I absolutely love PKT. Like they need to add more events like that where we could just sit down and have a full on chill sesh. I mean, okay, granted, I like it because I'm rank 1, and granted, I love killing people, etc. Like, but the event itself is good. It's so rewarding, and we always need the drops. Like, it drops the best stuff. In all due honesty, so why wouldn't I want it? Alrighty. We've almost beaten this boss. I don't know what the rest of the Legion's doing exactly. I really should have a look at see what the damages are like. I don't know if Precisely plays anymore. He had pretty solid damage. We haven't actually looked at the charts yet, have we? We don't know if we're doing well. I don't think we're first. If we are, that'd be awesome, but I don't think we are. I'm nowhere near active enough or composing enough for us to be first. And I don't want to be like, oh, it's totally my fault. I'm the reason we're not first anymore. But you know, I'm not actively competing on this server anymore. I've achieved what I need to. I got the Super Eudemon and the God of War title. That's really all I came here for. Everything else was just kind of... I ended up making too many friends on this server, and it feels horrible saying goodbye, so I'm just really milking it. I'm having the longest goodbye ever with them, but... You know, goodbye doesn't mean goodbye. You never know who's going to show up. Maybe they'll show up in Elysium. You know, and that'd be so cool. Seeing new faces in Elysium, but old faces, because they're from here. Right, let's get this killed, and then while we go to the next boss, we'll figure out what the damages are like. I actually just have cooldowns off. I'm going to let Vale kill this, and I'm just going to make my way. Let's go to Sadin. Yeah, there are people at Sadin, so we'll kill Sadin today. Normally I actually go up to Tissa, but I think Sadin's decent, cool. Yeah, we'll do Sadin next, and then we'll do Tissa. That's more of the Elysium route I normally take. Here I tend to just go straight to Tissa. It makes no difference. Bottom line is, this one's being tanked by quite a few players, so as a paladin I don't have to tank anything, which is great, because paladins really aren't great at tanking. We'll have a look at the Legion damage. Right now Cassie is first by a margin that is definitely 2 bosses. Like, you can say what you want, but that's 2 bosses. That's clear as goddamn day. There's no way one Legion is doing that much more than another. So yeah, they've been bugging the bosses a lot recently, which leads me to think something's up. I mean, I don't care, but yeah, like they're bugging something, which is weird, and I'd love to know what they're doing to bug it, but it's just annoying, isn't it? We're a little bit ahead of Way, which is great, which means we do take second today, as long as we maintain this sort of DPS. Honestly, the growth on these guys are beautiful, especially on Vale, who I think will overtake me. Like, I think by the time I leave this server, Vale will probably just about overtake me on damage, if not sooner, which is amazing, because I think for the most part, he is probably going to be the successor of this Legion. So, like, he's the big guy right now, and yeah, he's brilliant, isn't he? Look at that damage. It's amazing, because now that I think about it, like, he's a guy that joined through these videos. So back when I first started, he kind of connected through and was like, hey, Cam, man, you know, I'm watching your videos, I'm trying to learn. And I remember doing videos and him coming up to me and, you know, asking me stuff. And now seeing him actually get to where he wants to be and, you know, pushing to be even better, it's amazing. So, you know, if you guys are out there watching my videos and genuinely showing growth, you know, like, feel free to reach out, give me a message. Like, I'm proud, man. I'm proud of you guys, all of you. You know, there's a handful of players that have reached out to me and said, hey man, your videos are like great, and you know, you're helping us grow and we're learning so much, and it feels great. Like, hearing that feels absolutely great. You know, if you don't like my videos, feel free to message me anyway. Why not? Like, you always gotta have 1 or 2, right? You always have to have 1 or 2 people who go, damn, your videos are rubbish. Gotta keep hydrating, boys. Trick to staying fit and alive. Keep hydrating. That's how you get your DPS up. Just keep hydrating. Hey, Kemma, man. It's Gabs. Oh, hey, man. How you doing? You just gotta keep hydrating. It's how your DPS goes through the roof. Don't believe what anyone else says on the Discord about having to boost your damage through composing and all that. Nah. Just drink lots of water, boys. And eat your vegetables. Could you imagine that was it? Just everyone turns full Popeye. No, definitely compose with Eudemons. That's how you get your pet stronger. Go on in. Oh damn! I'm sorry, man. I I forget that YouTube does notifications. Like I have a few channels that notify me, but most of them post at like midday for me. So like most of the people I follow tend to be like UK hours. So like I know that around 12 o'clock I get my daily football notification. I'm a big WWE and like wrestling fan as a whole, so I get all them notifications pop up like 2-3 p.m. So I get to follow all the gossip on there. You know, and then a lot of the Final Fantasy stuff that I play and then watch come like in the evening. So I'm lucky I have no notifications to wake me up. I'm sorry, man. This is normally the time I do stream though. So if my notification's waking you up, I recommend maybe turning my notification off or just putting your phone on silent. I'm sorry about that. Hey, but if you're happy to be here, then I'm happy for you to be here. Part of my Bell Squad. Nah, man, I just feel bad. Sleep's important, dude. Like my videos go live anyway, so after the live stream they go live. So I'm happy. Like if you watch it now, if you watch it later, it makes no difference to me. The bottom line is none of these videos are here to be making money. Like I'm not a YouTuber big enough to even make money on this platform. I literally do it for the community. So whenever the community wants to watch it, that's when you guys watch it, and I'm happy for that. Like I get excited every time I see I've hit. Like I think a few of my videos recently hit over the 100 view mark, and I'm sitting there going, "Damn, dude, when did that happen?" Like I come onto live stream, and 99% of the time there's one guy on the live stream just sitting there and never writes a single thing, and I'm sitting like, "Well, this is something." Like, and I know that later on 40, 50 guys are gonna watch it, or 20 guys are gonna watch it, and I have videos 20 views, and it's good. I know that there's 20 people watching my videos, and it feels great. And then when it hits the 100 mark, you're like, damn. And nowadays, live streams are hitting, like right now we're on 4 viewers. That probably will go up. But like, just like 30 minutes ago, we were on like 12. And that's amazing. Like, I've gone from 1 viewer to 12 on a live stream. So I'm really, really grateful. I'm super grateful that you're a part of the Bell Squad. First student player back in 2006. I told you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you have any questions, feel free to fire them. Like, I can answer them here. I can answer them on Discord. Wherever you guys feel comfortable, feel free to message. There is a video I am hoping to make. I can see that it's going to probably get good traction. It's regarding starting a new server. I have said it multiple times. Like I am pretty pay to win. Like I'm the sort of player that will just chunk down. So a lot of the free to play advice, I might not be the best guy for. Of course, I understand the sort of what you need to, and like whether you're pay to win or free to play, it's still the same. Like the game, it's not like the game changes in any way. But acquiring the XP balls and acquiring the universals does take a bit more time. So free to play naturally always takes a bit more time. Like I'm the sort of guy that wants results today, so I'm impatient as hell. So if you want a pay to win guide on how to get to rank 1, like I might be your guy. I might probably one of the best players on this game to get you from where you need to be. Like if you have a chunk of EP sitting in your pocket and you want to take rank 1, I don't know many players that are going to give you better advice. And that's tooting my own horn. But if you're a player that's sort of free to play, then I'll do my best. I got stuck at 150 with Dark Knight Temple each day. Wondering if there's yeah, so the best way to hit 130, because chances are you're going to be on there is no server where Catamaze is blocked right now. Head off the Catamaze, use XP skill, look at sort of using your double XP or your triple XP pot, and you should be able to hit 130 relatively quickly. And yeah, make sure you do Temple every day. Temple's the way forward. If you're going to play on the new server, understand that Kata's going to be off the menu. So in order to do that, you need to try and get a 40-star pet ASAP and become God. Now, if you're paid to win or pay a little bit of money, you can achieve 40-star on day 1. If you're patient and you want to build it, there's no reason why you can't in 2 to 3 days. I know a lot of players that do it in 2 to 3 days. Mostly Necros, admittedly. Like Necromancer does have a better network to get those up nicely, but yeah, like 2 to 3 days, sort of hit your 40-star mark, become a god, and then use Avatar to go to Ice Maze. So I can show you straight after this where I'm saying we need to go. over there, 1 XP skill will give you about 30%. At your level, you might even get a whole level up. Yeah, you might get a whole level up in in Ice Maze per XP skill, and then come about 120, you're looking at like 30%, as long as you're using XP pots as well. Mohammed I'm not going to say the last name, I'm sorry. I quit that game 6-7 years ago, and the reason why I started to play against... Oh, thank you, man. It's lovely hearing that. Thank you. You know, and hopefully you'll come back. Like, with the Steam release around the corner, a bunch of new servers are about to drop. Like, I don't see... You know, I don't think there is a better time to sort of join the game again. Like, it's gonna... The game's going to good places, as much as people will disagree with me. Definitely, I think the game's taking a good turn. It's going to new places. We're hoping to see more updates. We're hoping to see, you know, more Defire, more classes. You know, I'm curious. I want to see what happens. Nope, we're not letting people in at the moment. Right, so if you become divine, so if you become God, let's go back. I'll show you where to go. So let's say, I don't know if you're God mode at the moment, Roy, but if you are, use your avatar skill. So you will unlock this at, I'll actually show you where it would be on your skills tab as well. So if you go into Immortal at the end, it'll be here. It looks like that. So we're going to pop it, and then you want to click here on Human, and then Ice Maze. So the level is actually question mark, question mark, question mark. It's because killing here is a nightmare. So if I show you... your Tifa's like 10 stars. Okay. Well, I would aim to get God mode ASAP. Like, I would try and get Divine, because the game... Sort of pre-Godship, the game is really slow. And that's me being very nice. Like, the game is... It takes... You need to be passionate to be able to withstand this game before God mode. You really do. It's very... I wouldn't say difficult, but there's a lot of limitations. And there's a lot of things that you're going to sit there and go, I feel really behind the curve. So hitting that first 40-star pet, unlocking Apotheosis, becoming a god in the game, getting your god skills, getting your... Because the Divinity patch, like the Divinity stuff brought so many new skills. Like for a Paladin, I wouldn't have access to any of these skills. All of these skills are post-Divinity. And they're the skills you use. So in terms of PvP and actual gameplay, most classes have their skills that come from Divinity, and they don't use the other skills. So yeah, it's gonna... Oh wait, my phone's gonna die. Yeah, jump on the computer, no worries. Most of these skills are gonna be post-Divinity. So even me, I can't kill here, by the way. So before anyone asks, why are you waiting for XP skill? I can't kill here at the moment, but I can show you how much XP you will get. And like, it is solid XP. For me, it being what, 140 something, I'm gonna get borderline no XP from here, but I probably should have created a team so I could show you. Normally 1 XP skill is about 13 million XP, which is pretty nuts. With pre-30, that makes a huge dent. So just clearing this, all you're doing is going up and down the channels. Anyone with XP skill can kill these, by the way. Like, if you're divine, you should be able to one-shot these. There's no reason why you can't one-shot these with XP skill. They are really weak mobs, but they will one-hit you. How can I get there without... you can't. That's the annoying part. There is actually no way in here without Divine. So unless you get Avatar, which is the Divine skill, there's actually no way in here. But this is without a doubt the best way. For me, it's better than Kata. And what class are you, by the way? Because depending on your class, I recommend going your Spirit. So for me, it's Pixie. And Pixie's one of the hardest spirits to compose. If you're going Necro or Shadow Knight, like, it's really easy to get a 40-star. Oh yeah, dude, like, I would work on your Spirit. Get your Shadow Knight Spirit up to 40-star. It's a lot easier, and you could just throw a bunch of stuff. Ah, okay. You're confused at the thing. Let me show you. I can't really show you from here. Let me... Give me 1 second. I'm gonna like kind of do a be right back screen as I log into my Shadow Knight. Cool, we're back. Hey man, cool. I am back. All I see is starting to... No. I literally had to log into my Shadow Knight. So yeah, cool. We're back on the Shadow Knight. So I can show you the sacrificing stuff on here. So if you go into sacrifice, it works exactly the same as whether you're composing like your pets normally, or if you're going on here. So I would do your origin. Like I've maxed mine, so you can't actually see it. All it does is just passive training. Like you should always have enough souls, so just click it and make sure that's always going. Anima's going to be your main compose, so you would be able to throw anything in here. And then, so when you open it, it will tell you. So right now, mine actually requires 12 stars, which shows you just how little I've worked on it. But it requires 12 stars at the moment. You can acquire these if you go over here. So you see on, you can't see my mouse. Yeah, sweet. So if you go here, we'll close that. There's a thing called Metaspace. So what we can do is we can take these. So I'll take 1, 2, and 3, and then I could put new stuff in there. So the stuff you get from Metaspace are spirits, and they only go on your spirit. So this is something free that you can grind, and as a free-to-play player, this is something you should be doing. At least until you get to 40 star, like you should be able to do that on low spirits, because you can get the 1-star ones, the 2, 3-star ones, and these only take 1 hour, 5 hours. And if you put higher eggs, like it'll take even, like it'll be even quicker. So let's go back into our spirit, and we're gonna go into anima, and we'll drag this in. I just forgot this is an anima. This is, so the ones I have are saint ones. So we're gonna have to go into divine anima, drag this in, compose. We won't use clovers. Normally you use clovers. At the moment, I just cannot be asked going to go get clovers. So compose these, and you'll see, like, you'll get the stars up. For me, it's going to be really small. I'm just going to do it for inventory sakes. But you can literally farm those eggs as well. So you get, I think it's you get 1 run per dungeon a day, and you get to access those dungeons. So you'll do them in the story. So if you've played through the story, you'll get access to the dungeon. You'll be able to go back in, and you can farm each dungeon. I think it's once a day. Again, I've never really done it, being the sort of guy that kind of goes through it all super quickly. So do the origin, do anima. So for that, you need just normal composing. That could be universals, that could be anything. I was getting like plus 14 Dragon Spirit, so I was confused. Never did anima. Oh, dude, you never did anima? If you click on anima, that's your normal compose. So that's the one that you're going to be able to throw normal eggs into. And that's the one you're going to compose the most in. And the best way to get material, so outside of buying universals and sort of buying, the best part of spirit is it takes everything. So you could just throw any dud, like you could throw vanquishes in here and it would take it. Like you could take scrunches. So if you go into event, for example, you'll see that it's got like guardian box. Ideally you want the 6-star ones because they hatch instantly. So you could literally take these and you could chuck them in there and it will just take it. Like, the best part of the spirit is you don't need the Dragon Sylvia or Dragon Spirit, whatever it's called. You literally just need any pet of the required star level. So as long as it's a 12-star, it'll eat anything. So universals or anything in general. So for the early levels, you're only going to need a 1-star or a 2-star. And you could get that whether you're buying it from the event page, and that's just by doing your dailies, you get the tokens. Whether you're doing it from here in your Metaspace. And again, you can grind that out. Yeah, and then you compose all of that into anima. That's kind of your bread and butter. Like that's your main way of composing. Charm. This is one of the more underutilized ones. So Dragon Spirit is a defensive pet because everyone knows Shadow Knight's a defensive class. Charm is the only way to increase the Dragon Spirit's attack, with the exception of course, gifts, which everyone has. So if you want to increase your Dragon Spirit's attack, so mine is sitting at about 5,000, you do it in the Charm category. This means you could put items, so I'm talking like supers, elites, like any gear that you don't need, that isn't bound or locked, can go onto him and he'll just eat it. You can have up to 90 XP on, like level 90 on this, and that's max attack. So yeah, throw any dud like super gear or unique divine gear, or if you have any elite divine gear that you're not using, that you've picked up on the market for like really cheap. Like I found elite divine gear for I think it was like 200 EPs. It was utter dud gear. Like someone was just trying to get rid of them. They were useless gear. They have no sockets. There was no need for them. Someone's clearly just trying to roll elements and failed, and then went, "Hey, I'm just gonna sell this for 100 EPs." I picked that stuff up and I composed this thing to max. And the stars you'll be shooting up is insane. So if you're on an older server where a lot of people are selling elite divine gear, just chuck it into that thing. Like get the charm up ASAP. Luck is just luck. Like luck's not really that important. It doesn't give you that much stars. Do you think maxing out anima can possibly help SK sustain more in events? Good question. I mean, all anima's going to do is give you defensive stats. So, like, it literally works on PDef, MDef. So, yeah, technically, you'll get more tanky. And I know that he kind of shares defensive stats with your other pets. So, yes. Yes, it would. The issue is Evil Abyss is a bit buggy. And it doesn't always work very well. So even if you have really, really high attack defense, it doesn't always quite correlate to where you wanna. And that's more in theory it should work, but the problem is with the way the game works, unfortunately it doesn't. So it's not really like something you can do to fix it. But yes, theoretically you're right. If you increase your defense, it would be better. So yeah, I recommend trying to max this. I personally haven't, mostly because I'm really bad at composing my spirit. Like I've nearly hit 1,000 stars on Woo. Like I'm aiming for that, and I have put no love into my dragon spirit. Like I really need to put some love into this dragon spirit. At least max its normal compose. Like if anyone has universals, it's me, and I genuinely just don't put the time in. But yeah, like this is something you should max because defensive stats are great. Charm for the attack stats, 100% max this. Do everything in your power and max this. Yeah, dude, that's the problem with me. I'm not great at composing my spirit. But yeah, 100% max this. You just need like 6,000 per compose. And then pretty much orb and negate. Like, feel free to do these at any time. After 600, orb and negate on both sides. Like, you just use 3-star universals in this for the most part. There's a chance of it failing, so you end up losing stars. It's the most annoying thing in the world. So get it to 600. I personally got it to 700, but get it to 600 and then just leave it at that, unless you have the patience for it. Phase composing, it's a so pretty much divine charm and phase. These are all after God mode, so you have to get 40 star, get it God, and then you can unlock this. So for you, this is irrelevant at the moment. So at the moment, focus on anima and charm. Get those up as high as you can. And if you feel like it's taking too long, orb and negate it as quickly as you can. And, you'll have a 40 star very, very quickly. And the easiest way for sort of a starting player to gain the materials you need is here in your meta space. So abuse the meta space as much as you can. And abuse this bit where you can get 6 stars. Because these are insta-hatch 6 stars. And you can get quite a lot of them per week. Yeah, so that's that. Any other questions, guys? Because if not, I'm going to close this video and go eat some food. Because breakfast/lunch sounds quite good right now. And then I'll be back for PK tournament. Oh, also, one more thing. If you're playing Shadow Knight, you get to ride this beautiful looking thing. So this becomes your mount. as long as you're in the top 10. I sold my butterfly garment for 20. Seriously? You got 20k EPs for the butterfly garment? Damn, dude. That's nuts. That's nutty. I love that. I personally... So, Gox actually gave me this. He won it on the event, and he was just like, here, dude, take it. And I was like, sweet, thank you. And in return, I gave him my rich man garment. You know, the big, the fluffy furry one. He's probably wearing it, isn't he? Issues finding him is a nightmare. But yeah, like, he's probably wearing it. I can't find him right now, but... Like... Oh, damn, only 2 days ago? Nice, impressive. I don't know, I quite like garments. I want to try and collect them all. There's one garment I really want right now. So if you go into the warehouse, it's... Pretty much any of the garments that look, like, really in your face, that's the garments I want. Which is... pretty normal, I'd say. Not one of those. So, Butterfly Splendor, I think looks beautiful. Where is it? No. I gotta try to find it now. Damn it. There's a green one that I really like. So I have this one. This is the one that I normally rock up with. Because, you know, that one used to be locked behind VIP 7. And then later on they kind of brought it to a shop. So they always call it, like in my Discord, they always call it the Rich Man Garment. And I just love rocking up with that. I actually really like this one, which sounds really stupid, but I think it just looks cool. Where are we? That's the one, Mystic Greenlight. Look at that thing. It's majestic. How do you not want that, right? So I want that garment at some point. Anything that looks like really in your face like that is kind of up my alley at this moment. But yeah, that kind of concludes this video. As I said, I'm going to try and do like a beginner's guide on how to get a great start on a new server, especially with a bunch of new servers coming out. So I feel like that's probably the way that's probably a good sort of direction to have on the upcoming videos. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in about an hour and a half where we're going to be doing PKT and hopefully winning. I say hopefully, we're almost definitely winning because I'm going to kill everybody. Because that's the sort of heartless, cold person I am in PKT. I'm lovely outside of PKT, but catch me in PKT and I will kill you. Because, you know, it's fun. Fun. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.